Hi everyone, welcome with another quiz competition relevant to fire safety, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Inshallah, it will enhance your knowledge about fire safety with the scenario, with some kind of different challenges we face within our companies or at the project side. Even though it's a quiz competition, but practically you will get a lot of benefit out of it. So what I'm going to share is I'll saying, as the last video, I hope you have seen it, relevant to exit routes and all. Now this fire safety, you will get again one question with 4 MCQs, and you need to choose one right option, and let's see who will be the winner. So let's start. So look at the picture first. It's a fire safety equipment. The question is, it's a $100 question. The question is, all extinguishers are good for all fires. It's a $100 question. So all extinguishers are good for all fires, like water, dry powder, foam, carbon dioxide, or wet chemical. So what do you think? Is it a right answer? Yes or no? True or false? So take your time. Otherwise, of course, I'm going to share the answer. And take your notepad. On the right side, you can note down question number 1. Either is true or false by yourself, because later on I'll be sharing the right answer. But no cheating, just be honest and see your result of your knowledge related to fire safety. All extinguishers are good for all fires. Different kind of extinguishers are there, but are they good for all type of fires? True or false? So what's your answer? Is false. No. Look at the picture. It's a round one, $200 question. Fire extinguishers should be. Look at how they're using it. Service at least every 3 years. Located as required by local regulations or by fire hazard. Or you believe used to hold open the doors, or check frequently for good operation by weighing the fire extinguisher. So what do you think? Fire extinguishers should be serviced at least every 3 years, located as required by local regulations or by fire hazard identification, or you will go with option C, like used to hold doors open. Or what do you think might be the right option is D, like check frequently for good operation by weighing the extinguisher. So take your time. It's a $200 question, number 2. I hope you have decided your answer. So the right answer is B. Okay. Now question number 3 of round number 1. Look at the picture first. Not the lady, I'm talking about the other equipment like fire extinguisher and another picture, not the lady. Because normally, most of the youngsters, I know their focus would be a lady, might be, I don't know. Everyone is different, right? Now, the fire extinguishers should be checked visually monthly by checking what? The extinguishers are located and stored correctly and installed according to the law. Pressure gauge where fitted, needle is in green zone. No damage, no leaks, no rust, and the pin is in place, or all of the above. $300 question. Take your time. A few seconds, not more time is there. So I hope you have decided your answer. And from my side, the right answer is all of the above. Okay, guys. Question number 4, $500 question is there. The question is fire hoses should be. Look at the picture first. Fire hoses should be what? Checked for operation regularly, kept neatly rolled up ready for a fire, used for hosing down the factory floor, or both A and B. Checked for operation regularly, kept neatly rolled up and ready for a fire, used for hosing on the factory floor. Both A and B. So take your time. Let your brain give you the right answer, technically and logically, and as per your experience or the knowledge that you have by attending different kind of fire safety trainings. So, but I will go with answer D. You check your answer. Okay, guys, so the right answer is D. Question number 5, round 1, the last question of round number 1. $1,000 question is there. Fire alarms are checked for operation regularly, indicated by signage and color, installed in accordance with local regulations, and must be in high risk areas, or all of the above. So what would be your answer? Decide your answer. And so I'll go with, let me read again. Check for operation regularly, indicated by signage and color, installed in accordance with local regulations, and must be in high risk areas, all of the above. So I'll go with D, all of the above. You check your answer. $1,000 question. So round 1 is finished, and I hope you check your result out of 5, how many right answers were there. Or if you have all 5 right answers, then you got 100% marks in round number 1, and great applause to all of you, whoever got 5 out of 5 for round number 1. So let's move on for round number 2. Question number 6, or the round number 2 is there, $2,000 question. Look at the picture first. It's emergency training. Basic emergency action planning should be in place. What should this not cover? I repeat again. Basic emergency action planning should be in place. What should this not cover? Option A is emergency shutdown procedures, shift roster coverage for illness, primary and secondary exit routes, assembly areas. Take your time, and I hope you will select the right answer. Read the question carefully. If you can understand the question exactly or correctly, I'm sure you will give the right answer, inshallah. Understand the question. This note is very much important. Basic emergency action planning should be in place. What should this not cover? Take your few seconds. Otherwise, I'll go with my answer. For my answer, I'll go with option. I'll not go with your option. You decide your option. I'll go with option B. Because that we can miss in our emergency action planning. Okay, guys. Question number 7, $4,000 question is there. Fire prevention processes do not include. Read. Look at the picture first. Like fire means heat, fuel, and oxygen. It's a combination triangle. Then chemical reactions, so we'll get fire. So fire prevention processes do not include. Again, focus on do not. The option 1 is burning of rubbish, good housekeeping, storing and handling of combustible materials, hot work permits, welding, brazing. So what do you think? What would be your answer? $4,000 question number 7 is there. Take your few seconds. Otherwise, I'll go with my answer. And of course, I don't know about your answer. So hard to go with your answer. So you decide your answer. I'll go with my own answer. Okay. And my answer is A, burning of rubbish. Question number 8, $8,000 question is there. Round number 2 is going on. Look at the picture first. How often should fire evacuation practices be carried out for each shift to cover all employees? How often should fire evacuation practices be carried out for each shift to cover all employees? $8,000 question number 8. Option A is every month, once a year, twice a year, or once a year, or as required by the local regulations. Decide your answer within few seconds. Otherwise, I'll go with my answer. Give mark to yourself honestly. If you have right answer, positive mark. If you have wrong answer after watching my answer, then of course, you need to change your result. But try to target 100% marks. How often should fire evacuation practices be carried out for each shift to cover all employees? Every month, once a year, twice a year, once a year, or as required by the local regulations. It's a 50-50. You can call your friends even. You can call your friends and ask, you are in right in the middle of the answer, so might be he can give you a good answer, the correct one. So guys, I'll go with D, once a year or as required by the local regulations. Question number 9, $16,000 question is there. Round 2 is still going on. Question is, on the job specific health and safety training is required for all workers within 3 months of starting a new job, prior to starting a new job, except temporary and migrant workers, or none of the above. $16,000 question is there. On the job specific health and safety training is required for all workers within 3 months prior to starting a new job, except temporary and migrant workers, or the last option D is none of the above. Decide your answer. Otherwise, I'm going to show my answer prior to starting a new job. That means you can't give anyone, you can't send anyone to do a job until you give him a proper training before starting a job. Now, question number 10, $32,000, then the last question of round 2. Look at the picture first. The question is, if you see fire or smoke, what should you do? So before I show the options, I'm just giving you a chance. Please think, let your brain give some logics, some technical points, some common sense. What are you going to do? And might be you are there, unfortunately, or God forbid. If you see fire or smoke, what should you do? Will you call the police or the fire brigade, or what are you going to do? What would be your first action? Otherwise, see the options. Panic and run out of the building as fast as you can. Option A is there. B is remain calm, alert, warden personally call fire services. Leave the building, wait at the front for the fire truck. Remain calm, rescue anyone if it is safe to do so. Raise the alarm, close doors and windows. Extinguish the fire with extinguishers or hoses. Remain calm and follow your business evacuation plan. Assemble in the designated assembly area. So take your few seconds, decide your right answer. The last question of round 2, question number 10, $32,000. However, I'll go with answer D. Okay, guys, check your result of round 2. You already marked either your answers were right or wrong. Be honest and see your result. If you have given in round 2 the answers of all 5 questions, big applause of round of applause or a big clapping to all of you. And now let's move on for round 3. Question number 11, $64,000 question is there. The first step to preventing a fire is a fire risk assessment. just a picture or a kind of a poster. So fire risk assessment should be carried out as part of your emergency planning. Step 1 is identifying the fire hazard, which are sources of ignition. I repeat again, fire risk assessment should be carried out as part of your emergency planning. Step 1, identifying the fire hazard. So step 1 is identifying the fire hazard, which are sources of ignition. Naked flame, cigarettes, matches, bulb, lights, gas oil heaters, gas welding cookers, or frictions like drive belts, wound bearings, or sparks, static electricity, metal impact grinding, or electrical contacts or switches. Hot surface heaters, engines, boilers, machinery, lighting, electrical equipment, hot work, welding, grinding, flame cutting, or all of the above. Take your few seconds. Is question number 11. $64,000 question is there. However, I'll go with answer, but you first decide your answer. Don't wait for my answer. Anyhow, my answer is I'll go with D, because all are fire hazards. No. Question number 12. $125,000 question is there. Look at the picture. Question is fire risk assessment. Step 1 is identifying the fire hazard, which are sources of fuel. Previous question was which are sources of ignition. Now the question is which are sources of fuel, because fire is a triangle of fuel, heat, and or fuel, ignition, on the other side heat, or oxygen. Now the option is anything that burns, liquid solvents like petrol, white spirit, or methylated spirits, or paraffins, or thinners, paints, varnish, adhesives, or gases, LPG, etc. Solids like textile, wood, paper, plastic, rubber, foam, furniture, fixtures, fitting, packaging, waste material, or you believe all of the above, because we are identifying the sources of fuel. So what would be your answer? Take your time and let me repeat again. Don't wait for my answer. Let your brain technically give the right answer. Which are sources of fuel? I hope you have decided. Now let me share my answer. I'll go with option D, because all are examples of fuel. Okay, guys. Question number 13, $250,000 question is there. Fire risk assessment. Step 2, identifying the people at risk. And step 3, evaluate the risk, which are correct. Evaluate the risk by reducing the possibility of ignition, minimize the potential fuel load in the premises, assist people to escape. People at risk are based on the spread of fire, number of people, how warnings are given, how escape can happen, or both A and B, or you will go with identifying people is carried out by fire wardens, and they will evaluate if they can extinguish the fire or call the fire service. So what would be your right answer? Because in step 2, identifying the people at risk, and step 3 is evaluate the risk. So you'll go with which option? D, C, B, A, or A, B, C, D, or whatever your option is. Otherwise, wait for my answer. But anyhow, you need to decide your answer, because it's a competition. So competition with yourself. You are the competitor of yourself. So I'll go with option C. Okay, guys, question number 14, the second last question, $5 lakh question is there. Use of fire or flame is called hot work in a factory. This would be from where? Any work carried out in the workplace. So when the room temperature is over 38 degrees, welding, cutting, or brazing, or using open flame, source of heat, that could ignite material in an area, or both A and B, any electrical power leads that are damaged, and may cause electrocution. What would be your right answer? $500,000 question number 14. Third round is going on, and we are talking about 5 risks. I repeat again, use of fire or flame is called hot work. In effect, this would be from any work carried out in the workplace when the room temperature is over 38 degrees, welding, cutting, or brazing, or using open flames, both NP or any electrical power leads that are damaged and may cause electrocution. Take your few seconds, decide your answer. Don't wait for my answer. Anyhow, I hope you have decided your answer. Now I'll go with my answer is B. Okay, guys, $1 million question. The last, I always mention one of my Saudi training. He mentioned if I'll get $1 million, you'll never see me back in Saudi Arabia. So I always mention, that is why, because of your bad intention, you're not getting $1 million. But anyhow, you can't buy happiness with money. But of course, for your needs, you need money. But anyhow, this knowledge is more than 1 million. So $1 million question is there. What is required for hot work permits? Welding, brazing, grinding. What is required for hot work permits? $1 million question is there, especially welding, brazing, and grinding. Option A is anyone can issue a hot work permit, including the person who is carrying out the hot work. Hot work can proceed as long as the area is inspected 60-90 minutes after completion of the hot work. Issued by an authorized person, assessment of the area, including removal of flammable material, available firefighting equipment, watches to monitor and inspection post work, or all of the above. $1 million question is there. What is required for hot work permits? Welding, brazing, grinding. So decide your answer, guys. $1 million question is there. Please, after this competition, I would request to subscribe our channel, your channel, Best International Training Zone. You can refer to your family and friends, your colleagues, your college friends, whoever is wishing to learn something about fire safety or health and safety. So this channel is going to be your daily learning club, especially for QHSE, Quality Health Safety Environment, including food safety in the second phase and CSR in the third phase. And in the fourth phase, you will get soft skills as well. Because sharing is caring. So share your answer. $1 million against $1 million question. Anyhow, guys, I hope you have decided your answer. So I'll go with C. So I hope you also have selected C. And if all 5 questions of round 3 are correct, a big round of applause for all of you, big clapping for all of you. And if your answers are, all 15 answers are 100% correct, then a huge applause a round of applause for all of you, for a huge clapping, because your common sense, your logical and technical skills are quite okay as a fire safety specialist, or as a HSE specialist, or HSE officer, or as a safety supervisor, or even a safety manager, even a project manager, even an engineer, whoever, wherever you are working. Of course, fire hazard is everywhere. I hope you have enjoyed this competition and wait for the next competition. Soon I'll be uploading that one also, inshallah. So requesting again, subscribe, like, and share our your Best International Training Zone channel. And be happy, always be positive, help others, and don't expect anything in return. Good luck. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. The more you are subscribing our channel, the more motivation we are getting. And thanks to all the subscribers. And because I was not expecting that much speed of subscribers, mashallah. We have a good number now of subscribers, and I'll keep you giving some learning opportunities every day. As I told you, Best International Training Zone will be your daily learning club, inshallah. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, have a great day.